Sometimes, as gamers, we want to wind down from grinding for new camos, running fetch quests for new items, or attempting dubs with the boys only to get second place 10 times in a row. So bring on those less pressured environments where we can play goofy, low-risk games, or a story-driven experience that doesn't require the reflexes of a cat on steroids. How's it going, guys? I'm Liam, this is Instant Gaming, and today we're looking at 20 of the best upcoming indie games that you won't want to miss. So coming in at number 20 is a game that dropped September 23rd this year. So yes, you can play it now. Blippo Plus. Coming from the publishers of the Untitled Goose Game, and thank goodness you're here, so you already know this game is going to be a wacky experience. Just a quick side note, if you've not played Thank Goodness You're Here, please go and play it. It's so dumb and has these hilarious moments that will just break you. I won't ruin it for you, but I promise you it is worth it. So Blippo Plus is a live action TV simulator where you'll need to flip through the channels and static to learn more about Planet Blip. You'll be watching soaps, ads, news, sitcoms, and weather, as well as messing with virtual TV settings to unlock data packets and update the electronic program guide to find the mind-blowing story unfolding between the channels. If you're looking for something a bit different to play this year, Blippo Plus might be exactly what you need. And as I mentioned earlier, you can get your hands on it right now. So this game looks so good. Mina the Hollower has that old school Metroidvania vibe that oozes nostalgia, whilst having those crisp new game mechanics. So Mina the Hollower is an upcoming 2D action adventure game with an 8-bit Game Boy Color inspired aesthetic. And it's developed and published by Yacht Club Games. The game clearly takes inspiration from absolute classics like Castlevania, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and Bloodborne. If you're as excited for this game as I am, good news. It will literally be dropping on all platforms, so you'll be able to take control of Mina with controller or mouse and keyboard. You know, because she's a mouse. Okay, let's talk number 18, Ball Pit. It's dodgeball mixed with brick breaking, mixed with base building, topped with a heavy sprinkling of ball puns. Babylon has fallen, and it's up to you to take on hordes of monsters, fighting them back using various weapons, but mostly all ball related, in search of treasures that are hidden in the pit. It looks intense, the monsters look relentless, and you are going to need a huge set of skills to take this one on. You can already tell the gameplay loop is going to be addictive here, and if you're not sure, there is actually a demo available on Steam now. But you won't have to wait long for the full game, as Ball Pit drops October 15th on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. Coming in at number 17 is Baby Steps, another game that dropped recently, emphasis on dropped. You play as Nate, an awkward 35-year-old who is thrown into a journey he is completely unprepared for. Instead of just controlling your protagonist with a simple push of a button, you're going to be painfully controlling each leg individually, working against gravity, dodgy terrain, and moving obstacles, whilst watching Nate flail around, slip, and tumble like a drunk, three-legged Bambi on ice. For you older, grayer gamers out there, this might bring back memories of QWOP, a much more basic idea of Baby Steps. Well, a nice piece of trivia for you, the creator of QWOP, Bennett Foddy, is actually on the development team for Baby Steps. The way this game differs from QWOP, however, is that it is way more than a goofy walking simulator. The characters you come across, the clueless protagonist, the different routes you'll tackle, and the mechanics that will have you sweating when wondering how to distribute weight properly culminates into a hilarious experience that stays fresh the further you go. Coming in at number 16 is the Berlin Apartment. If you like an emotional game that will have you connecting to characters, slowly unraveling a story and sobbing like a baby, then you're going to want to grab some tissues when you pick this one up. The Berlin Apartment tells the story of the inhabitants of an apartment in the city of Berlin over the last 120 years in several unique emotional episodes as a character-driven adventure game. You'll play as a handyman who uncovers the history of the apartment through relics found during renovations. The handyman narrates these stories to his daughter, with each discovery revealing a new episode in the apartment's complex past. So get those tear ducts ready, because the Berlin Apartment drops November 17th on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. At number 15, we have a game I'm incredibly excited for, Mio Memories in Orbit. It's a Metroidvania platformer where you'll be flipping around, dodging attacks, and slashing big robot bosses as Mio the android. You'll explore the vessel, a massive technological arc where machines have gone wild, and you've got to put them down for good. You'll be uncovering secrets, enhancing Mio's abilities, and trying to save the residents of the ship before they are overrun by the machines. Mio Memories in Orbit will be dropping at some point in 2025 on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Man, Annapurna games always look so good. Entry 14 is Mixtape. So this is a narrative-based adventure that follows 3 friends on their last night of high school together. You'll experience a series of dreamlike memories and adventures, punctuated by a curated playlist of iconic 80s and 90s music. The story focuses heavily on the highs and lows of adolescence through a stop-motion visual style. Mixtape is looking like a good game to wind down with after a long day, and you'll be able to do it this year, although the month is still to be confirmed. Coming in at number 13, we have Winter Burrow. Taking inspiration from Don't Starve for its survival mechanics and fixed downward tilted isometric viewpoint, but with a very cozy aesthetic twist to its fantasy world. You'll play as a mouse returning to your childhood home in a mission to restore it to its former glory. As you build up your burrow in the base of a tree stump, you'll find treasures to help with your journey, craft cute, deadly weapons for skewering the monsters of the world, but in a cute way. You'll also have the chance to bake pies and meet the locals. So if you fancy some cozy survival, you won't have to wait long because Winter Burrow drops on PC, Xbox, and Switch on November 12th. At number 12, we have The Mermaid's Mask, a point-and-click mystery adventure game. The game continues the adventure of Detective Grimoire and his partner Sally Spears, and in the game, they're summoned to the abandoned town of Silkworm-on-Sea to investigate a murder about the world's strangest submarine, the Mortuga. You'll be investigating the hand-painted environment to find out what happened to the submarine's captain by searching rooms for clues and flicking through 3D models of evidence that can be moved around and examined for hidden details. The Mermaid's Mask is dropping on PC, Xbox, and PS5 and is set for a 2025 release date. This is another one I am really looking forward to. Slay the Spire 2 is a roguelike deck builder game where you'll create powerful decks, encounter insane creatures, and discover relics of immense power. The sequel is 1,000 years after the original and has a significantly evolved Spire, with better visuals, all new mechanics, and new characters like the Necrobinder, whilst having returning favorites like Ironclad and the Silent. There are so many reasons to be excited about another Slay the Spire game, from alternate versions of the first act, new card types like quest cards that will act as curses or status effects. We'll see affliction effects that allow enemies to put negative effects on your cards, and the new Doom system where the Necrobinder will be able to modify how certain cards play out. I already know I'm going to be putting a lot of hours into Slay the Spire 2, and it's dropping on PC in March 2026. Now, if you've ever dreamed of being a gecko who can sail boats, solve puzzles, and smash pots with your face, then Entry 10, The Gecko Gods, might be just the game for you. You'll be exploring ancient ruins on the island of Archipelago, and fortunately, your tiny gecko feet will let you climb any surface. The game emphasizes curiosity and gentle exploration over combat, so you'll be able to explore at your own pace, hunting down hidden paths and collectibles. And if you're not quite sold yet, along your journey, you can use your gecko tongue to snack on wandering insects and critters, which is exactly what I'd want from a gecko game. You won't need to wait long to snack on those bugs because The Gecko Gods drops on PC and Switch autumn 2025. Coming in at number 9, we have Neverway. Imagine Stardew Valley was a town with gory, horrific secrets. Mayor Lewis was eating people, and Pierre only opened his shop on Tuesdays for 2 hours. Yeah. Neverway is a horror-infused life sim RPG. It's a dark, atmospheric, story-driven experience following Fiona after she quits her dead-end job and moves. Players will manage a farm, craft, decorate, and form relationships with unique characters, whilst also fighting encroaching horrors from a nightmare world called the Neverway, all while serving a dead god. I mean, what else is there left to say here? The art style looks great, and unsurprisingly, the studio was co-founded by the artist behind Celeste and Towerfall. Definitely another game I'll be putting a lot of time into, and you'll be able to as well when it drops on PC and Switch in 2026. At number 8, we have Toem 2, sequel to the popular indie photography adventure game Toem. Like the original, Toem 2 is a cozy photography adventure where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Throughout the game, you'll find NPCs with their own personalities and unique quest lines. Completing quests for them will earn tools for your camera like scissors or a hammer, which can be used to interact with the world. Toem 2 has a bigger story set years after the first game. It has updated visuals and a new movement system that will have you jumping and climbing for a better vantage point. It'll be dropping on PC in 2026. Coming in at number 7, we have Grave Seasons, another upcoming farming/life sim, but with a gruesome twist. There are murders, they may be supernatural, and you've got to find time between growing potatoes to find out what the hell is going on. There is everything you'd hope from a cozy farming sim, from fishing, chatting with the locals, to walking into random people's houses without knocking. Just remember to look for those monsters. I'm calling it now, I reckon you'll end up being the monster all along. And we won't have to wait long to see if I'm right, because Grave Seasons is dropping on PC, Xbox, and PS5 in 2026. Next up, we have Map, a game about maps. I don't think I need to tell you that this game is going to be heavily focused on maps. You'll play as a cartographer on a treasure hunt and will be exploring uncharted islands to create maps and mark key locations. You will start on an island with just the marked coastline, and you'll be using your great map skills and your tools to fill the rest in. Then, as you progress and complete missions for your crew, you'll learn more about the individual personalities and stories. Then, over time, you can also recruit new companions. So start brushing up on your cartography, because Map, a game about maps, is dropping on PC at some point in 2026. At number 5, we have Rebounder, a precision platformer with such a cool comic book looking art style. You control a laborer whose job is to rebound by grabbing and throwing an explosive spore to bounce your way through a series of hazardous work sites. You can already tell this game is going to have so many speedrunners beating it in ridiculous times. The thing I like most about this game is when you fail, the retry is instant. So if you're like me and will be failing endlessly, you won't have to watch long animations and cutscenes just to get back to the start. Rebounder is looking like a fun one. Probably stressful, but fun. It's dropping on PC, but the release date is still to be confirmed. Coming in at number 4, we have Haunted Paws, a co-op horror game where you and a friend will play as 2 puppies on a mission to save their human from a haunted mansion. I already know what you're thinking, and yes, you can fully customize your puppies, choosing from a variety of breeds, fur colors, and most importantly, hats. So get ready to pop on a fireman's hat, explore spooky environments with your friends, and fight evil as you search for your missing human. Haunted Paws is dropping on PC, but we're yet to see a confirmed release date. Coming in at number 3, we have Inkombini One Store, Many Stories. Set in a small Japanese-inspired town in the early 1990s, the game places you in the role of a college student, Makoto Hayakawa, who works a night shift at her aunt's convenience store, or Konbini. The gameplay focuses on the quiet rhythm of store management and the relationships you build with regular customers. The core of the game is its story, which is driven by your interactions with a diverse cast of characters. Through branching conversations, your choices can have a meaningful impact on your customers' lives and the overall narrative. Your daily tasks will be similar to a Konbini worker, including stocking shelves, organizing products on the sales floor, and placing delivery orders. According to the developers, this is meant to be a relaxing experience rather than a challenging one. Inkombini is looking like a chilled, relaxing game that you can play whilst listening to music. Unfortunately, we don't have a confirmed release date just yet, but we do know it's dropping on PC, Xbox, PS5, and Switch. Now it's time to step into some elegant hills with this next entry, Wild Society, where you'll be playing as Vivian Wild, the owner of a magical boarding house in the town of Fairhaven. You'll be planning and hosting events such as tea parties, dinners, and balls. As the host, you'll be able to make chaotic choices by choosing the seating arrangements between people you know don't get along, or you can invite people who are interested in each other to spark a romance. And Vivian isn't just a host to great parties. She is also a witch. So you'll be contacting spirits, befriending magical familiars like cats and otters, and using your magic to influence the world around you. Unfortunately, we don't know just yet when the party will get started, as Wild Society's release date is still to be confirmed, but it will be dropping on PC. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Curiosmos, a quirky space sim where you design a solar system from the ground up. And that is exactly what it sounds like. You'll be using stardust and asteroids to create new planets, manipulate the environment on your planets by shaping the land and controlling the weather, and then everything you do will cause your planets to give emotional responses. One great example in the trailer is the planet screaming with anger when creating a volcano. Whilst this is mostly a sandbox game, there is a loose narrative, so with the help of your small satellite companion, you'll need to uncover the secrets of the universe so that you're better equipped to defend your solar system from the approaching black hole. Curiosmos is dropping on PC and Switch, and it will be at some point in 2025. And that is 20 of the biggest upcoming indie games in 2025 and beyond. What game are you most excited for from the list? Or is there one you're looking forward to that I forgot about? Let me know down in the comments. Now, for all things gaming, don't forget to subscribe to Instant Gaming. You can check our website for great deals on new releases at instant-gaming.com. And as always, thanks for watching.